From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico. Greg Olson set to get this one started. Off we go from Lumen Field. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Dumb shit.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath while they're on the sideline.
This is stupid already.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. He's going to air one out right away. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Already. Okay.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. A gain of 48.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted.
Oh, come on.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here we go, Ty. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Angel.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Third and 11.
Don't jump. Ready?
Working out of the gun, it's Fields.
Oh, good play. Good
The
play.
running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down,
Good
but
play,
they
good play.
are in business inside the 30-yard line.
I ain't sure got loose hands. Sure
A
quick.
big play for Seattle. 31 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and
These
10.
edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup.
All right, so
Makes
anytime
it
you're
3rd
facing the
and
blitz, the
8.
best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go. We're good. Up. 58. Go.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete.
And he's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He
Should've
got
been.
away with just a bad decision, bad throw, and defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You've got to capitalize and make those plays.
Moody's kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game. And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Here we go.
Fields operating out of the pistol. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Here we go, side.
Fields now. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here we go, side.
Fields now on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This from beyond 70 yards away, and as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and a yard. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. Second and a yard. As we are ready to get back underway. Back to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Third and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This a 44-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Chargers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. It's going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 5.
Don't jump. Ready? 19 instruction. Right.
Fields. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Whoa! And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line.
That's good.
A gain there of 15. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Play action now for Fields. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Yeah, I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Here we go. Go.
Now a second down throw for Fields. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 1.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
3rd and 9.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here we go, side. Green 19, get up the side. Right.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Alfred Collins there to bring him down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9.
Here we go, side. 575. Hey, 10.
To throw is Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Wow.
Way down into the red
Wow.
zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Wow.
A gain there of 21. It's good for
Okay.
a Seahawks first down.
Wow.
March right. Here we go. Right.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap
Wow.
assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
That's crazy.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. We're good. Green 19. Hey, never mind. Monday. Right.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. Short throw that pulled in by Mayer. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
1st and goal.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Delta. Go.
To throw is Fields. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Seattle. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks take a 10-3 lead.
Chargers 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. An even 40 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in, and he's into the end zone. What a response! Touchdown, Los Angeles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
This will be returned from the 2. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
A 1st down throw for Fields. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Here we go.
2nd down. It's Fields. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go, shot. Green 19, get cut. Touch, go straight. Hey, can. Right.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. First and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete right side. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Lad McConkey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Chargers first down.
Fuck him off.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Is 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
One final throw before the break. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go. 331, 331. Right.
They go play action with Fields. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Back at the 16-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. You got a miss tonight.
Now, Fields.
God
He'll get this.
damn, that was my man.
And he's taken down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
That was me
They
right
get an
there.
even 20
That
on that one. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Easy. Here we go. We're good. 19 windy. Here we go. Jump. Chip slant. Right.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Fields. He'll go right and find his running back. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. It was Cam Hart in on the tackle.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing his Fields. Quickly to the outside.
Wow, that's fucked up that I couldn't move my man.
Seahawks are going to 1st and goal. Tackle made.
I hate when they do that dumb
About the
shit.
5-yard line.
Let me control my own
I love
fucking
the way
man.
the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Fields now. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd
Man,
and
he
goal
fit that one in a
at the
tight
Chargers'
window.
5-yard line.
One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
Come on, man. Let me control my own fucking man. Man,
Fields going to look to run this himself. Let's give him a yard.
the fuck you keep controlling my man and let me control it.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go. 222, 222. Go.
Now they'll pitch it out here. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Wow, come.
Is good. And the Seahawks go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Why they keep taking control of my man?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
Even on a field goal or extra point, you gonna make him dive right straight on the ground. Oh, this is some dumb shit. Wow, shit. Wow, this is crazy.
Some hitting going on now.
This is actually crazy.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And All these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going up top. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
This is crazy.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Again, working deep downfield. And he will go all the way. Touchdown Chargers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allows the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That ties the game at 17.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Here we go, tonight. Green 19, got to that. Tonight.
1st down. Fields. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Here we go, tonight. Green 19, got to that.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As he's on to punt for the 2nd time. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Wood.
Now you underthrew the shit.
And the
Wow.
Seahawks will take over here.
Right there, you underthrew the shit.
43-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Right.
Now a run on first down. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Fields now on second down. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Fields. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
From the 1, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken, Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Certainly this isn't their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
He'll look to throw. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. Third down coming up.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
It's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Up the middle they go. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 coming up. Back to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs. And just as importantly, stop the clock.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Come on with the bullshit. You got like you got bricks in this. What?
That's it. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
The 12's making noise in Seattle before third down. Now they'll set up to throw.
Oh, wow.
Could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
19-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son. Blue 58, blue 58. Tonight.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the 12th man, a factor here as it's a win for the Seahawks. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks as we say so long from Seattle.